normal lives have ended. And they are types of being that were great heroes or great anti-heroes that basically were badass enough to make an impression on powers that be and other forces running the entire universe. And the book specifically, you find a name. This is the first time you probably find that type of name of this being. This name is Karna, and it doesn't necessarily specificates what exactly, like how exactly. Uh, it doesn't go into detail, like how the hell like this guy can be useful. It only states that um, it is certain that um, he's the one that can slay even deities. Okay, that was one thing. And also, like, as you read that, not only about Karna, but you kind of realize that on your flying castle you have a potential source of a great help and reinforcements and really immense amount of power. Uh, Assuming that the forces that you can summon, beings that you can summon, are also powerful. Yeah, about that powerful beings, one, not really a name, but a nickname you find through your search, and this is only because you were not focusing on him, but on something else. But this catches your eye that one of the potential servants has a nickname, the Lightbringer, and it states that he's possibly one of the most powerful, like demigod, god level. Something else. You know what? Give me a moment to think about it, and because you succeeded on some of the skills, you might, as a player, think of a story, legend you found in the books that can give you a tip how to ascend to godhood. You heard my suggestions, Zach, or are you thinking?
I missed the last part. I thought you said you were thinking about something.
Yeah, I am, but I also asked you because you succeeded on most of your um, skill checks and whatnot,
Mm-hmm.
that you as a player can also throw a story, like what type of information apart that what I said Endif learned from the book, like one or two stuff that can point him towards like how to be ascend to godhood. Because I really don't have idea for now. I need to think about it, but you can throw your own idea that I can work on.
I understand the question, and I am now thinking of an answer. So I don't have one yet.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I also think about something else. Okay, so as you're thinking, this basically nothing nothing else will be from me for now. But this is the gist of information you get from the books. Right now you have like two almost certain ways to ascend to godhood or begin ascension. One, because you feel that you as yourself don't have enough power yet, basically it's that. Find some kind of local deity more or less powerful, get powerful artifact strong enough to be able to slay the deity, and by slaying the deity you ascend to godhood. That's one way. Second is to get, it doesn't specify how, when, or why, is to get a blessing from one of the higher deities, gods, not your typical gods of the river, but gods of the plains, of the aspects, ideas, like god of war or something, or maybe like powerful beings like Lucifer, um, and get blessing from them. Once again, it doesn't specify what that blessing means, what it entitles. And with that blessing, get get followers, and be um, prayed, like be worshipped. And if you will have enough worshippers, you will like fully ascend to godhood. I think about the answer. Did you understand my answers?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
So is the blessing and getting followers connected?
Sorry, can you repeat?
The blessing from the higher deity and getting followers, is that the same method? Or they're separate?
Yes, you understood from that this is somehow connected.
Okay. I figured, but just making
You
sure.
kinda get feeling that it only connected in that way because normally there's a lot of people or other races apart from human that can be charismatic and have strong following, but that doesn't make them gods. Like this is the mostly of the case of being acknowledged and blessed by one of the highest beings that are alive in this like D&D Pathfinder universe. So on one hand, it's Lucifer as a unprecedented ruler of hell, and like the
That
top
goes against most of my alignment.
top dog of hell. And another, that's the funny thing. I don't think there is like in the D&D universe there is no god with capital G.
Yeah.
No.
So probably we'll have to get blessing from god of something like higher like idea or aspect.
I have an idea.
Do you want me to find the name of the god of drunkenness and fighting?
Maybe god of justice or something.
Are you sure you don't want to find me the
I
name of
think-
the...
Spoiler alert, that Lightbringer is a god-like being. He's a god basically.
I do know that crow guy is pretty godlike, so we could go talk to him somehow.
In terms of power, yes, but in like deity thing, he's not considered. You know what? You know what? I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything. If you want to talk about tank with him, me by guess, but I'm not promising anything.
Even if he can't do it himself, he might know someone that can.
Shrug. Maybe.
I know. So I'm gonna have to go talk to the guild leader to see how I contact the crow guy.
Yeah, I need to remember because he contacted you himself, but he said something at the ending of the meeting that, oh, never mind. I will figure something out. Basically, when I'm giving vague answers, imagine inserting a picture of David Xanatos like with Gendo pose. Yes. Keika Kudori. Okay, so do you have?
I do have an idea.
Okay, so
and I think you'll like it.
Throw me that idea.
Archer from Fate Stay Night and how he got his ability to be a heroic spirit is he made a contract with the world.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but okay.
So
That
essentially, I'd be selling my soul to the world.
that was only the case because force and counterforce existed in that universe.
True. I imagine something similar could happen though. Because the world probably doesn't want to be destroyed multiple times over.
Maybe. I mean, assuming I'm just gonna say straight that I didn't plan nor thought that this like concept of worlds being alive.
Fair.
But who knows? We
You
shall
could
see.
always blame the tree of Yggdrasil for that.
Oh, I was actually saying, well, I could just make a contract with the Tree of Yggdrasil instead.
Maybe. Who knows?
Because the goal is more to get the power to stop gods, and common sense rules that the best way to do that is to become a god, but that's not necessarily the only way.
That's true. Okay, yeah, I will think about this idea. I think it has potential. Okay, so basically at some point in time, like during the downtime or like slightly after it, when you are preparing for another adventure, Andy finally exits the library, and uh, I imagine this scene goes like the rest of the party sees him. They might not get pale, but they like their eyes go slightly wide, and Andy might say something. Guys, I think I might have a problem. Uh, because towards the end, you felt some kind of thing, like something's, a small needle, like stab you through the skin, but you look around and you didn't see shit, like nothing, no entry point. But when you like finished reading and like coming close to finishing up the reading, you kinda realize that uh, your right arm, I mean from the hand then up to arm, there is a dark taint creeping up,
Oh my.
and the place that is already tainted, covered in taint, it's numb. You cannot feel it, you cannot move your fingers. It's almost like this part of your body is petrified.
Oh my.
And second thing, you feel some alien but yet oddly familiar presence still sleeping, but you feel like something stirs slowly awake in your mind, in some very dark place of your mind.
How quickly is this taint growing?
So maybe you can. So the answer to that question will be if you do not do nothing, in like how quickly it will cover your entire body.
You can make a heal check, Zach.
Yeah, make a heal check.
I'm actually trained in heals, so that's a good thing.
You trained in him for one reason, that's to get more damage and sneaky. It's kind of silly.
Okay.
But it helps in other cases.
37
Yes.
with as you see with current pace, 12 hours. It will cover the entire body, but with 37 you also get feeling that the pacing might change. There's something not exactly like this. Taint doesn't work exactly on normal rules of like spreading disease, so it might get slower, it might get quicker. because it was like a very sudden change that you kind of realized that you have a fucking like petrifying dark thing that basically your skin body has changed into. So yeah, I imagine like the rest of the party, like you see Endif, or maybe sorry, I might be assuming too much, but I only did because I wanted the rest of the party to get into some action. But maybe
Now,
before
with
that, like,
could I
Endif,
guess
like,
how long it might take to cover my arm?
sorry, what?
Can I guess how long it might take to cover my arm?
Max an hour.
And are we in a city?
Best case scenario, an hour. Worst case scenario, in next 30 minutes.
Are we in it? Oh wait, we're in the. Where's the castle is hovering above the city?
I think so, yeah. I didn't think... Yeah. Like, when evacuation was finished, you... party left the castle above the city. When you were talking with the dragon. So yeah, so the castle is hovering above or in the vicinity of the dragon height. And you know what? I will say even more. It might be around the time where Varion, the guildmaster, will be meeting with Asmarius. Maybe even in Dragonhide.
Let's crash up their meeting and beg Asmarius for healing.
I think that I'll be able to find something to stop this soon enough. So I have a drastic measure that is not as drastic because of our level.
Yeah.
I'm going to cut off my arm.
Slash.
I kinda imagined that. Yeah, but the first question...
Regenerate is a 14th level cleric spell.
Question though. Like, what is your like immediate reaction? Like, do you immediately cut off your arm, or maybe you just go to the rest of the party, guys, I have a problem, like, help me cut off my arm or something?
Yeah,
like, what
I do that first. I don't just cut it off myself, because I'm also gonna, like, along the way, that I'm assuming that's why I'm doing the heal check.
Mm-hmm.
To see how long it's gonna take to cover me.
Okay. So yeah, the rest of you out in Jai, you suddenly like Endif stumbles upon you with blade ready in hand, and his other hand you see like some sort of black taint is starting to cover his like hand, and then going upwards up his arm.
Endif, what the hell did you do?
I need to cut off my arm.
Sounds like a plan. Ego, get over here.
You're oddly excited for this?
It's going to be very painful.
I know.
Ollie, please go get a torch.
A torch and something for him to bite on. If he doesn't, then he'll probably bite his tongue, and we'd rather not have that.
You can bite your sword. No, I'll go get a sword.
That sounds like even less of a good idea.
Do we
Keep
have
going, Odie.
Do we have any alcohol? Wait, we have the cook guy.
Yes.
I'm a dwarf. Obviously,
I'm
we have
going
alcohol.
to go ask him. I just yell for a lot of alcohol and hope he responds.
We need to get shit-faced drunk.
Alcohol! Yes,
stupid.
alcohol is coming. What's the occasion? And you hear like, poof, poof, poof. Guy is coming with.
We're gonna cut off an arm.
A lot of beverage.
We're celebrating.
Pain reliever.
Celebration for cutting an arm? You have strange.
Customs.
Oh my god, what's the word?
Customs.
You have strange customs, but if it involves alcohol, I like them.
Oh.
And yeah, you have a lot of food and drinks because you get the payment you've got from refugees. 1,000 gold pieces, like slightly above. You just decided, okay, so you use that to buy supplies.
They were foolish enough to give them to me, so we have lots of beer, but no food. No.
But
They
you're
probably-
if you can survive on beer.
Of course I can.
Yeah, so he gives you so you say it's a pain reliever.
Yes.
Okay, and in my times my people don't need alcohol to relieve of a pain, but whatever, here you go. And he mixes few alcohols and he makes the fantasy equivalent of spiritus vodka,
Awesome.
which
I'd chug
is
it.
which is like 98% power. You can almost breathe fire after that. Yeah, so after 2 gulps you are almost knocked unconscious. It's strong. It's made to numb you. So yeah, you see
Yep.
suddenly Endiv stumbles on his feet, lands on his ass. Oh yeah, he's ready. Cut in!
Okay.
Or whatever you need to do.
Ago just grabs his giant ass weapon. I look at Endith and I say, okay.
Just remember to cut his arm, not his head.
Shh! Don't give away my evil plan. Give him a towel to bite on as well. Don't want him to bite off
God.
his tongue.
I wonder
Mm.
if this will activate it as well.
Yeah,
Because this will probably bring me dangerously close to dying.
He's so mellowed, so basically either the giant cook, Halard, or Aoti has to put the towel in his jaw and then hold one hand on top of his head and the second on his jaw to make it so that he clenches his teeth.
Okay. What I do is I just basically hold down his arms and legs, and then Ego grabs his hand.
And
his
Aviv,
bad arm.
before you go, Aviv, he makes a small breath. There's the smoke coming from his nostrils. Do you need my fire to cauterize the wound?
That might be a good plan.
Don't overdo it. We want him burned, not cooked.
I will, just for shits and giggles, I will roll after. Okay, so yeah, we know how this. Yeah, so Ego, the end if he's mommy, please no, and then Ego looks at Jai. Jai I imagine nods, and Ego shrugs. Okay, he grabs an arm and he and there's a sound of flesh tearing apart. Blood spraying, then immediately not immediately after the arm flies off, there's a small brief of fire, and Aviv shows that he really can control